Thank you for checking out crypto.chartguys.com, the source for technical analysis in the cryptocurrency world. We are proud to announce our own crypto alert system designed to give you the most critical technical trading information possible no matter where you are. Keep your eyes on the market with mobile or email alerts for MACD crosses, RSI levels, and even inside bar alerts for dozens of coins across multiple exchanges. New features and proprietary ChartGuys indicators are already in development. Our alert system is very easy to customize and utilize, so don't hesitate to sign up for the most effective crypto trading tool on the market at crypto.chartguys.com. Hello, crypto friends. Checking back in on Bitcoin, Ethereum Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. So we have a higher low attempting to form on the 4-hour time frames, and we have the bulls finally showing up for the first time convincingly in quite some time. So on the hour or on the daily time frame here, we do have a higher low and a higher high on Bitcoin. With the consolidation that we just had, we have a new higher low. So the low was 13,210. Anything above that is a higher low. And we're looking at 13,500, the low of this pullback. That's now a must-hold support level for, I'd say, the rest of the weekend. Have to hold that level to keep the higher lows intact. So looking at resistance from here, it's up at the recent high, 16,490. Breaking that level would be very bullish if we could get that. There's a lack of resistance from there, besides psychological levels, really, back towards that all-time high. There is resistance there, it's just not a lot. Checking at the 4-hour time frame, equilibrium pattern continuing. Well, I actually take that back. It's not an equilibrium pattern because we did break bullish before the pullback, but it's maintaining another higher low. Again, I'm looking at the areas where the bears were in complete control. The bulls said we are done going down. The bulls are ready to take back over. That happened here where we formed our 13,200 higher low, and it just happened. I don't consider these little, individual red candlesticks to be higher lows, because those weren't really significant bearish momentum moves. I'm looking for the pullbacks where the bears take over and then the bulls say, we're done. Bulls are showing back up. And that's what is attempting to happen right now. We had an oversold bounce and flush, or a little flush and then an oversold bounce playing out. I'm watching the 4-hour MACD. Look at this MACD cross. If we get this bullish 4-hour MACD cross, we're looking for Bitcoin to be heading back into the upper $15,000 range over the weekend. That's a very important indicator to be watching. It has given us some really nice signals in the past. Checking on the hourly time frame. So there's our flush, and the break here, why I'm saying the bulls are starting to prove themselves, is they got over this. Actually, I take that back. They have not gotten over this resistance yet. And in the video I did yesterday, I highlighted how Ethereum was the strongest name and Litecoin was the weakest name. Ethereum is making more bullish moves than Bitcoin is right now, but we have a key resistance test approaching, and that's at 14,550. If we break that level, we get a higher high. We did have a nice little higher low and higher high on the bounce that's playing out right now, but if we don't break that level, we are still in control of the bears overall. So this is a pretty important test approaching. We should see, even if we do pull back from here and don't break it, it's not game over. We will look for a higher low to form on this hourly chart because of the magnitude of the bounce up to this point. But the bulls would love to just get that out of the way, break 14,550, and then take it from there and keep control heading into the weekend. So key resistance test approaching. Looking at the 15-minute time frame, we can see the dump. The 15-minute RSI touched right when we were at our low. We touched right on 30. We saw our bounce. That was nothing. That didn't mean anything to us. It was a nice gain, but didn't mean anything because it's still a lower high pattern. There's our higher low and higher high with the bulls following through. And here we go heading up to that resistance level. So a shift in momentum is underway. I'm watching the exponential resistances on GDAX as well. The 12-period and the 20-period exponential resistances. Pretty much everybody that uses GDAX is forced to watch those. That's why they have a little bit more bearing for me, because if they are unable, or if they're unable to break above that resistance level, then we continue to reject from it, and that's a clear level that's being tested right now. And I'm not going to pull up my GDAX and expose the account like that. I'm using it on a different computer, but looking at GDAX, if you do use GDAX, look at the chart and look at what the hourly chart does to the exponential moving averages. And if you don't use GDAX, throw the 12-period and the 26-period exponential moving average on your hourly chart and watch what happens, because we've been rejecting from it consistently for 2 days. And we're testing it right now and close to turning it into support. And when those exponential moving averages cross, as I explained in the course, that's often a bullish signal or bearish signal depending as well. So key resistance test approaching on Bitcoin. It is still the driving force behind the big four, but we still have the discrepancy where Ethereum is stronger and Litecoin is slightly weaker. So checking in on Ethereum, daily time frame, higher low established. Look at that nice long lower wick on this daily candlestick that just closed 3 minutes ago. So our higher low on the 4-hour equilibrium pattern was 641, and we just formed another higher low at 676. Resistance is the high of our bounce that we did not break. We are still in a 4-hour equilibrium pattern for Ethereum. So here we had our dump low, high of the bounce, higher low, lower high. Now we have a new higher low, this support level right here. So that key support is now at that 676 level, and the bulls need to see a clear break of 775. If we break 775, the bulls then have their sights set on 800 and the all-time high. It would be a significant bull break. Look at the 4-hour MACD. It's ready and waiting to go and could close in. If we see a move over the next couple candlesticks on the 4-hour time frame up towards 750, we will be working on this and we will get this bullish MACD cross. Inside bar on the 4-hour time frame just formed. We'll see how that breaks very shortly. And we are looking for a break of resistance. Look at the hourly time frame. Same thing. We had our dump. We did dump down to a lower low. Bulls found support, and this bounce now has yet to break the high where we were rejected previously. 725 is that resistance. So just like Bitcoin is approaching its key resistance on the hourly time frame, here it is on the 15-minute, we are watching Ethereum doing the same. I need to see those levels break before I'm very confident in the bulls. Already seeing enough signs where I'm saying, okay, bulls, you got my attention. Let's see what you can do. But now we need higher lows and higher highs. This hourly chart, nice inside bar on the hourly, broke bullish at 702.80. Nice signal going out that led to a move of $17 in 2 hours. But we haven't established a clear higher low. We haven't seen an hourly pullback where the bears take over and then the bulls stop and say, all right, we're done. We're ready to head back up. So seeing 5 green hours in a row tells me to be a bit cautious here. Don't make an entry because we are likely to consolidate sooner rather than later. And just looking back historically, how many times have we seen more than 5 green hours in a row? It certainly happens, but it's not a common occurrence. So all about resistance of 725, and we'll see if Bitcoin consolidates here, unable to break its resistance, which means Ethereum will likely do the same. Litecoin on the daily time frame, also a new higher low, but we have broken bearish from the 4-hour equilibrium pattern. So the new higher low is 223.59. It is a bullish reversal hammer. The 4-hour time frame did get oversold when we were down at our lows. The 4-hour MACD is also close to a bullish cross that we're keeping an eye on, and we're looking for the bulls to turn around momentum. Key resistance on the 4-hour time frame, you could pick out a few levels, but the very clear resistance is 286 and 287. On the hourly time frame, we can see the dump and the bounce in terms of resistance. Key resistance for me in the short term that would line up with those other names resistance, I'd be looking at 255.88. So just like Bitcoin and just like Ethereum are coming to their resistance levels on the hourly time frame, that level for me in Litecoin, you could say it's this level here at 253.40, but just because this is the clearest level and the highest that the bulls have gotten in the past 24 hours or so, that's up at 255.88. That's the important level to me. We do have a support level established on this hourly time frame at 236.11 with brief consolidation. So that's a little bit more comforting as a bull. Whenever I'm a bull, if I have an hourly chart of Ethereum that looks like this with very brief consolidation, it makes me more cautious than I would be if I have a clear support established on the way up. We saw the bears have a little bit of go. We saw a little bit of profit taking, and then the bulls took back over. So that's just a notable difference between those two charts. But again, because we're following Bitcoin, we're very likely to all be doing very similar things. So checking the Bitcoin Cash chart now, similar to Litecoin, although it's looking like we're taking the lead bear role now. In terms of rankings of strength, Ethereum number 1, Bitcoin 2, Litecoin 3, Bitcoin Cash number 4. And I have this urge in me to say Bcash just to annoy those people that get annoyed by that because I find it so silly. But I'm going to call it Bitcoin Cash just to avoid any drama. So 4-hour time frame on BCH, we've got the higher low established at 23.03. And our resistance level, couple levels I'm looking at 2968, and then of course our high of the bounce up there. So trying to turn things around, seeing a slow shift in momentum, watching the 4-hour bullish MACD cross closing in, hourly time frame level that has to break 2533 has not broken yet. Again, same for the big four, have not broken a key hourly resistance that would make me a lot more confident. On the 15-minute time frame, we can see we do have some support levels. And on these moves on Ethereum, where I'm talking about the lack of support established on this move, you can zoom in and pick out some levels and see that we have consolidated a bit on these shorter term time frames. 695 stands out as a consolidation support level. There's also a little one here at 711. So it doesn't mean there's no support. It just means it's not clear on the hourly time frame at this point. So it's all about Bitcoin Cash for the next hour or two. If we pull back, it does not mean it's game over. We will look for the hourly higher low to be established. Have to see declining bear volume on this consolidation for it to be healthy. And I was unimpressed with the bull volume on the way up here. Declining bull volume. We want to see increasing bull volume. Look at the declining bull volume on these bounce attempts. Ethereum had some as well. Declining bull volume on these bounce attempts, not convincing. Happened back here. Again, you want to see increasing bull volume. We did start to see it now on Ethereum the last couple candlesticks, but want to see that consistently to be confident that the bulls have momentum. Again, volume is a sign of momentum. So that's where we stand. I appreciate you all watching. I have been taking a back seat in the cryptocurrency space the past couple of days, and if you look at the Canadian and US MJ sectors, you'll know why. 50% moves in 3 days, 100% moves in 3 days. It's absolutely exploding. In my opinion, people like me, I did take crypto profits and I put them in Canadian MJ, and other people are doing that as well. Certainly staying balanced, so I'm able to trade both, but gains are going from one to the other, and we're seeing hype and euphoria in the Canadian MJ space, just like we saw in cryptocurrency just a few weeks ago. So we'll be back tomorrow. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you soon.